No, there's no correlation between the divorce rate versus when people are actually getting married. There's marriages lasting 2 years. There's marriages lasting 4 years. People are getting married at 25 and getting divorced by 29. There's not really a causal or correlated link to that. And that's the problem is it's really the illusion of time. It's the illusion of time. And the difference is when I was talking about that mountaintop, that 18-year-old boy has functionally nothing to offer most women that are single. He's the one that has the time.
Yeah, that's right.
When the magic number for both sexes is 30. Because that's the time if he didn't get himself in a situation where he has to pay a lot of money out in alimony or child support, if he's not incarcerated, if he's been steadily increasing his value just naturally with work and making more money and building his body and his brand up. At 30, this is what happens. She one side, most desirability with the greatest pool of men, when she hits 30, I'm going to throw out a number. Let's say that's cut in half.
Right.
Let's say they're still attractive. She's still desired. There's still a lot of people that want her. But now her competition is everybody that's younger than her and everybody that's her age and everybody that's a little bit older than her that potentially looks better than her and potentially has a better attitude than her and less negative experiences with men.
For sure. I mean, I'm experiencing it. Like, I see exactly what you're saying. Like, not that I'm right now even looking for a relationship.
You're a liar!
Bro, the level of copium. I'm not looking for it. Anytime a woman says, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm just really focusing on just being me right now, they're lying.
You're a liar!
The thing is men control access to relationships and women control access to coitus. So if you can't find a man to cuff you up, just say that you're the freaking problem, dude. These women would all cuff up the right guy. But the thing is, they can't find the right guy. This chick looks like she's 30 plus all day. All the men that she wants, those men have options. So honey, you're not looking right now. The cope is crazy.
But like, there is the fact that I know a lot of my friends who are in their early 30s, let's say, and they are finding it very hard to find a boyfriend. Like, let's say
That's also you. Okay. This is when somebody's like, so if I was asking for a friend, right? And that friend was not me. This is exactly what she's doing right here.
They broke up with their boyfriend like 2 years ago and they're trying to find a partner. It's very, very hard. But I'm also finding, I don't know, maybe you have an experience with men around, like, obviously your age. I find that a lot of those men who are in relationships aren't happy actually with their relationships, and a lot of them are
happy or unhappy.
Like, a lot of them are cheating, or they're just not giving what they should to their partner. What is that with men? And obviously, like, I don't know if they're going to get divorced, like if there's going to be a bigger divorce right now because of all of these, social media apps. It's a lot, easier to find someone else, or even just like, Ashley Madison someone to your house. Like, it's
Baby girl, Ashley Madison is so 2002. You showing your age here, baby girl. Ashley Madison?
we're getting, and I'm now seeing it where, like, I'm like, why would I want to even get into a relationship if most of these guys are cheating on their wives, right?
Yeah, such a nihilistic view on relationships. So I was like, why would I even want to date somebody if everyone's just so mean? Me. Well, the thing is the guys that you want to qualify for, these guys have options. And the thing is, you don't qualify for them. Like I always say, if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shubbanaya should have bought a Honda. So, honey, you don't qualify for these guys. It is what it is. This woman is asking so hard for help without saying it, though.
Okay. I'll answer that, and then we can just jump straight into men cheating and why they do it, because it sounds very relevant. The first thing is, I can't speak to the UK, Canada, Australia, and other westernized cultures or countries in terms of like some of their rates for divorce or marriage, or et cetera. Well, what I will say in the States is 70% of all divorces are initiated by women.
Yeah.
80% if she's college educated. So regardless of level of happiness, for whatever reason, men aren't typically, on average, initiating the divorce. That doesn't mean that they're all happy. That doesn't mean that they're all faithful. It just means that for whatever reason, that's not their go-to when they are unhappy. Now, how to make up for that unhappiness, they can stay at work longer. They can find other hobbies with friends. They can look for outsourcing the things that they feel their partner isn't doing with other women. There's a whole host of reasons for why men might ideally want to stay or not break up their home or have their kids moving between households. There just is other factors that's probably in their heads for why it is that they're choosing to stay. In the last podcast, I met with the mom advocate. I talked to her about the happiness factor not really being something historically throughout almost all of human civilizations when it came to marriage. That really wasn't a factor.
Happiness is such a big thing now where women will sacrifice their families for their happiness and men will sacrifice their happiness for their families.
Now it is. And unfortunately, you can't perpetually be happy. You can't always be happy.
Facts.
And you have a group that when they're unhappy, you have to kind of ask them. And I've even asked women this directly. If you have to choose between your own happiness or the happiness of your entire family, which do you choose?
Their own happiness.
A lot of them are going to say their own happiness.
Selfish, bro.
A lot of men or a lot of women? Sorry.
A lot of women are going
Wow.
to say their own happiness.
She's like, ooh, God, I really wanted it to be men. The misandry, you're reeking of it, honey.
But when you ask men, the data speaks for itself. They'll stay in unhappy situations for the sake of the kids, for the sake of finances, for the sake of image, for the sake of status or reputation, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't mean that they don't do things on the side to supplement that, but their view of happiness isn't nearly as important to them as it is to a lot of women in the modern age.
So I thought it would be opposite. That's so interesting.
No, that's why they...
Yeah, you did think it was going to be opposite. You're an older single woman, of course.
And that's why women aren't leaving happy marriages.
Yeah.
They're leaving ones when they're unhappy.
The statistics are that married men are the happiest group and single women are happy. Like married women are not as happy as married men. Like married men are more happier than married women.
So the funny thing about that stat, and it's threefold that I'll say with that. One, you have to wonder when in women's lives are they answering that question?
Mm-hmm.
When they're married? Because I envision that when they're answering that question throughout the duration of their marriage probably matters. I think because statistically speaking, they experience a fuller range of emotions. And neuroticism seems to express itself more within the female population. It's not unusual to me to hear the ups and downs of happiness, sad, ecstatic, depressed amongst talking with women. That's just not that's not strange to me in my field of mental health and psychology, honestly. And on the flip side, I find it ironic that in the age where women are using they're diagnosed the most with anxiety, the most with depression, the most psychiatric medication services in that era, many of which are doing when they're actually single.
Mm-hmm.
The self-reporting data doesn't do anything for me. It's basically what I'm saying. The data, the evidence, the constant frequent disappointment of not being able to find an adequate partner, the constant need to overspend to supplement and make up for the lives that they can't experience with someone else, the high rates of student loan debt in the US, the high consumer debt amongst women in the US. I'm sorry, they can self-report all they want about how happy they are. They'll trade places in a heartbeat for the woman that's married that says that she's so quote unquote unhappy. And clearly in the US, we have no problem initiating and filing for divorce. So it's one of those things where I'm not saying people are liars. What I am saying is that I think that it's a multivariate analysis that probably needs to take place, and that happiness is probably more on a scale than necessarily happy or not happy. So that's, my honest assessment. And I think that,
and also happiness is such a hard thing to sit there and dictate. Like, are you happy? Oh, like you can't always be in a perpetual state of happiness. We're all emotional creatures. It's gonna go up and down. So this fact of like, well, single women are just as happy as married men. You sound dumb.
You stupid.
It's impossible to be happy all the time, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.